So the biggest question is, how much can I borrow?
Da, da, da.
So I know you have some views, so
Yeah.
go.
How much can I borrow? By far, I've been doing this job for over 15 years. This is the question I get asked most. How much can I borrow? How much can I borrow? How much is it going to cost me every month? So in the olden days, it was really easy. You'd come to me, you go, ta-da, here are my pay slips. I'd times it by 5, and that's what you can borrow. Old news, lenders use something called an affordability model now. What that means is a bank will look at everything that comes into your household, pay slips, investment income, all of your income. Then they will look at 3 to 6 months of your bank statement, your outgoings, possibly also look at ONS data. And from that, they're left with a net amount. And different banks have got different attitudes towards affordability. So some banks will lend you a conservative amount. Some banks are generous and will lend you more. And that's kind of why I use a broker. And it changes all the time. Some days Barclays are good. Some days Coventry Building Society are good. And it just changes all the time. So actually, the long and the short of it is, if you need to know how much you can borrow, come to a broker. It's literally our job to be able to assess your affordability, how much you can borrow, and how much it's going to cost you every month.
So I always say, as a rough rule of thumb, you can borrow between 4 to 5.5 times your income. And what's important is to understand what that means.
Yeah.
And your income is made up of 100% of your basic, and different lenders will then look at a varying percentage of any bonus. So they might take 25% of your annual bonus. They might even take 100% of your annual bonus. Depends on the lender. If you're self-employed, Stu, they look at totally different things. And there's a big misnomer that if you're self-employed, you can't get a mortgage. But you really can, can't you?
Of course you can. Yeah, you can get a mortgage with just 1 year's trading as somebody self-employed, whether that's a sole trader, an LLP, or a limited company director.
And so there they look at a combination. And again, different lenders look at different things.
All different metrics.
Some look at net profit. Some look at your salary and dividends. Some look at operational profit. And some will some will even take retained profit.
Yeah.
So
LLP, share of net profit, sole trader net profit.
Self-employed, don't worry, you will be able to get a mortgage. But very briefly, what about contractors?
Well, the world has moved on. It's no longer 1985 and we're all employed. There's more and more self-employed people. Day rate contractors, it's industry specific, IT, media. Pretty much 10 years ago, no banks would look at contractors. Now a lot are starting to look at day rate contractors. And often the formula will be, first of all, how long have you been in the job for? So to lend on a day rate contract, you wouldn't want to go from, say, a hairdresser to a TV producer. But what they'll look at, have you got industry experience? Yeah. Okay, what's your day rate? Times that by 5, there's 5 days in a week. Times that by 46, 48 weeks a year. And that is the base level that they will then use to go on to assess your affordability.